when I joined Flying Tiger, especially after Martin had seen the user experience. I think that's what captivated people's imagination. Most of us are familiar with grocery store checkouts where you can self-scan, or Amazon, or a variety of others, but there's always been this quite a big leap to get the customers first to sign up and go through a relatively complicated process before they want to engage with your brand or with your app. And looking at the way that you've done a very simple design to scan a QR code and begin immediately, that immediately resonated with us in terms of something that was very low friction for the user. And for the type of product we had and type of the flow that we had within the store, when you engage with the customers, they walk in, it just seemed unique versus any other method we've seen in terms of this type of technology with other retailers. Again, one of the reasons we're looking at any type of self-checkout, whether it's scan and go or kiosk, was to reduce the labor costs within the store. So there's not a lot of engagement within our stores regarding people greeting customers or encouraging them to try and engage with the technology. We tried signs and they had limited success, but it was clear to us to improve the engagement from the figures we were seeing to potentially a much larger. The theory we came up with was that we needed to get the customers to first engage with some type of technology that they were more familiar with, like traditional kiosk type approach, self-checkout, yeah, and use that as the launch pad to use the real estate on the kiosk, the self-checkout, to get the customer then to, on a subsequent visit, engage with the scan and go. It comes down to usability and the customer-facing aspect of it. So there has been lots of technology, lots of ideas that have come and gone within retail, and a lot of them sound really slick, but a lot of them fail on the user experience. You know, to try and change consumer behavior is very, very difficult. So you really need to put a lot of work into the whole, making it as simple as possible and natural and intuitive as possible for a customer to use. So if you look at most apps these days or phones, there's no manual to anything. And most of the design in these web products is about making things just very intuitive and easy for people to engage with. And I think a lot of store technology, there's been a lot of, barriers. I go back to, loyalty apps. It's great once you're in, but a lot of barriers to try and do this, do that, and sign up dates. And, it makes it quite a big barrier, or any kind of physical in-store technology. It's overcoming that barrier of ease. Customers want to come in a store experience and have it very easy. Yes, I think we approached it, I think, from a different angle than a lot of retailers. We didn't approach it as purely we want a self-checkout kiosk. That goes back to your point, why didn't we select someone like NCR? I think we originally, and it always looked on a little bit more of a leapfrog approach to the technology, and we'd look to a more interesting solution that had more touch points with it. So going to the self-checkout kiosk was very beneficial for us. It achieved the objectives like any other self-checkout kiosk would. So we were able to achieve those benefits. And it also gave us then the potential to do some of the other things that we were talking about. If I can walk into a store, I'm at a kiosk self-checkout, and I can see I can get a 10% discount to sign up, scan a QR code, in 30 seconds I've got the app, and now instantly MishiPay recognizes me and my discount appears. That's going to really encourage a higher percentage of the customers to sign up. So it's that ability to really transform that customer experience through the kiosk and really tie it into a lot of our back-end systems very, very rapidly that will give us, we think, the advantage over a more traditional approach to a standard kiosk. It's reduced the cost also because it's pretty simple stuff. It's kind of plug and go type technology. the way that Mishi deploy the software, because it's a SaaS type solution. It's very simple for us to set it up in a store. It's very simple for us to redeploy software. So a lot of the things that used to be a problem in the past about software releases and capacity of back office servers and all the things of a more traditional type PaaS solutions.
Yeah.
Because of this is also, Mishi has taken quite a leapfrog in some of the technology, and we have the technology in our integration layer. It means we can do things far cheaper and far more effectively.